Welcome to Techno Learning. Today I'm gonna make text recognition app using Google Machine Learning Kit, that is ML Kit. So first of all, open Android Studio and click on Start a new project. Then select Empty Activity. Next. Then give the name of your project. That is, I'm giving it text recog and select the language as Kotlin. We'll use Kotlin for this project. And then click on finish. After that, the project will start to build. Yes, first of all it is loading, then yes, now it is building the project. Okay, it has done. Now I have to add some permissions and features. So first of all, I'll add some permissions here, that is users permission, and I'm gonna use the external storage permission, that is right. Okay, let me select from the external. Yes, external storage, and you have to close it. Then again a new permission for the internet, yes, and close it. Now we have to use the feature of camera, so we'll use that, and then we'll give the Android name here, and in this we have to give the hardware configuration for the camera, and in the Android Studio it is android.hardware.camera2, and camera, no, it's camera 2. Okay, then I have to give the requirement for this and make it true. Okay, so now setup. Now we'll go to the XML files where we have to make our layouts, and first of all I'm just syncing it, then I'll move towards that layout function, and yeah, it has successfully configured. Now I have to move to layout, and in which I'll come to activity main, and first of all remove this. I have to remove the text view and also remove this layout, and give the another layout in place of this, that is we are going to use relative layout here. After that we have to give the buttons. First of all, we are going to use at most 2 buttons, and then image view and text view. Here I'm giving the ID. That ID is snap btn. Okay, now I have to specify its design, that's margins and alignments, so that it looks somewhat perfect, but it will not be perfect, but it will look decent. So let me give some alignment with these things, like alignment on the basis of parents, bottom and start. The parent is of course the relative layout, the parent for this button is bitget, that is in Flutter. It is same in the Android too. Then I'll give some more alignment here, case left, and make it true. And then the margin from the left side, that is 57 dp. After that I'll give the text for this button, that is I have to change it. I change it to photo. I'll use this button to click the photo, and then another button I'm going to use here, this is wrap content, and then I'll give the ID for this button too, and the ID for this button is detect button. After that then I have to give the one more alignment, just make it true. This is a design part, you can leave this. I'll make out a copy on drive of this XML file, and will share the link of that file in the description of this video, so you don't have to worry about this design, or you can make it like just what I'm typing here. Okay, now the another alignment. This is the alignment right, that will make it true. And then margin, of course it is similar to that previous button, but there are some few changes for this. Now I have to add another widget, that is image view here. Yes, and then I'll click on match parents. Now for height I'll give it 360 dp. I don't want it to float all over the screen, so I'll give the height according to me. And the ID for this image view is image view. Make that V capital, and then I'll also give the alignments and the margin for this image view too. I'm taking the margin 20 from all the sides. Now I'm taking alignments for this image view. Also, this image view is whenever you will click on that photo, it will open that camera and click the photo, then you will see that clicked photo in this image view. That's why I'm making this image view. Okay, so one another alignment. There's a source. I have to add some source, like it is an app src. Then I'll compat, it is compat, yes. And then I'll give that color from the Android. Okay, and I'll select that color is background light. Okay, now I have to give some more margin and alignments here. Yeah, make it true. Okay, then this is complete, and now I'm moving forward towards our text view, where we will be able to see the result, that what was the text that was written in the image will appear in this text view as a part of result. So I have to give the ID of this text view, that is text view. Now I have to give the alignments and its margin for this view also. This is somewhat important whenever you are making all this in totally XML. It is really a good practice. Otherwise you can select it from the design palette too, but I chose this XML because it is pretty easy. Just have to enter the values and change it from just making some modifications in the values. Give that margin bottom 104 dp. Okay, it was set up. Now I have come to Firebase, from where I have to click on go to console, and then I have to make a new project, and I'll give the project name as taxicock, and I'll click on continue again, then choose the default account, create project. So this is somewhat easy, that's why I fast forward this session. Don't have to worry about it. We'll go from the scratch. Now the project is creating on the Firebase. It takes somewhat time that it make file on the Google server. Then it is easy, and now it is created. So I have to click on that continue button, as it is saying that your new project is ready. I have to select yes. I have to click on that Android logo, second logo Android, and then I'll have to give the Android package name, that is I have to search in my Gradle files, that is application ID. So I'll copy the whole thing and then I'll paste it in that field. Yes, I have to paste it here. Now I'll give the nickname, that is taxicock. Of course, this time we'll not left this, we'll give this ID. We have to again come in Android Studio, and in the top we see that Gradle, click on it, and then click on task, then Android, then sign in report, click on this or make double click, and here you will able to see that SHA1 certificate number for your project. So yeah, here it is. So I'll copy this and paste it over there on the Firebase. I have to change it to app. Okay, let's go to the Firebase. Okay, here I have entered and I'm gonna register this app. Now a Google services JSON file will appear to download, so we will download it. Here I have downloaded it in my download folder. Click on next. Now you have to set up all these things. So first of all, we'll check the build Gradle project, then see that Google is already there, only that Google module. Yes, in this file we have to make modifications, we have to implement Firebase here. So we'll go there and we just copy this implementation. First of all, we copy that we copy that implementation, and then coming to the Android student, paste it here. Click on the sync now so that the dependencies will start to download. Now we'll come here, and here also I have to add the class path for the Google dependency GMS services. So copy it and paste it here. Boom. So we have to add that apply plugin also. So we copy that apply plugin for the module. Yes, I've copied this and I'll paste it in the end. Make sure it is outside the dependencies. Okay, I'll paste it in the beginning part. Yes, you can paste it anywhere, at the end or in the beginning. Okay, now sync now. The project is configuring. Wait for a little time. So I'm checking that I've added all these things. Yes, I've added that GMS and the Firebase. Now the class path is also added. Yes, and the version is pretty new according to June 2020, as I'm making this video in June 2020. And so all these things are okay. I'll check out again and click on the next. Yeah, skip this step. Now I have to click on that machine learning part in the navigation drawer of Firebase, and here I'll able to see that the services that are provided by Google for machine learning things. The text recognition is there. I'll click on this get started and I'm able to see that. Click on Android. Okay, now you have to implement this dependency too. So copy it and paste it in build Gradle module app. Here we're gonna paste it. We have pasted it. Now click on sync now. Also I have to add a permission kind of thing in that it's metadata. I have to add it between the application opening and closing in manifest. We go to the manifest here and choose that space, yes, and paste it. Okay, perfectly fine. So the permissions are added. Now I have to copy that Google JSON that I have downloaded, and this is really crucial. So select that project and expand that app and paste it in this app. I'll right click and paste it here. So ask for OK. So the Firebase thing is implemented. Now I have to implement the main function, that is Kotlin code here. So you don't have to worry about the Kotlin code. It's very easy and very small. Actually this whole app is one activity based, only one activity, and your app will be complete. Okay, so I'm creating the set on click listener for my buttons that I've created, the two buttons for camera and detect. So it is a snap button. I simply have to set on click listener here and choose that the other person and click on OK, enter, press enter, and here you have to enter view.on click listener. Okay, now I have to implement the on click button. Here I am calling a function. It is custom function that I have to make it further, so don't worry about the error. I'll create this function in this activity. Okay, it's dispatch take picture intent. Here I am creating another set on click listener for my second button, that is detect button. Okay, the same view dot on click listener, and then enter. Here I have also created the another custom function, that is detect text, and I'm leaving this for the implementation part. I'll do further. So okay, here I'm implementing one of the functions that I've described there. So first of all, let me give a flag for the camera request image part, that is sprawl request image capture. I'll give the value 1. Then I'll implement my functions here. Okay, so I'll take it as private and function fun and dispatch take pictures. Okay, it is created. I have to give the body of this function. Don't worry, it's pretty easy. I have to take that take picture intent, making that variable of take picture intent. Click on enter for this. Okay, now you're taking the picture from media resources, that is we are taking picture from the intent, and it will take up the picture from that your camera, that is where from the media stores, media store.xn image capture. Here we have to capture that image, and here that if part I've leaved it because it was not necessary to explain. It is just calling that start activity for result after creating that function. So in this newer function for the on activity result, if the image is captured, then where the image will go, it will go in on activity result as I'm making this. And if the request code for the request image capture is true, that is 1, and result code is also okay, then I'll go further and I'll give the body of that if, that is wall extras, and in this I'll take up the data as null. I have to take care of the null values. Image bitmap. Yes, we are using another format of the image other than the JPG bitmap, which is it is common for the machine learning projects. We use bitmap. I have to make a variable for this bitmap. I'll create that variable in main activity class. I'll give that private var and image bitmap. Okay, I'll give the name as image bitmap and taking it from the bitmap type, that is bitmap, and making it null, and also checking for it. Here I have to give the data into the bitmap, and I've taken the data from the extras after calling that on activities result, and in extras I've checked for the null and that cat, and what we are getting, this is data. Now we are taking that image into data, converting the image into data, and as mapping it to bitmap. And now we'll give that on the set image bitmap and passing it here, image bitmap. Now the second function, to check the name, that is detect text. I'm gonna create this function, so make it private, and then give the function name. Okay, it's private, and give the fun, and it is detect text. Okay, I have to give this body of this function, and I'm making a variable. It is for Firebase calling. So here I have to call that Firebase vision image, yes, from bitmap. As I've converted that here into bitmap, I have to use that bitmap related things here. Then again I have to create another detector. It is also implemented already. So click on enter, and then use that Firebase vision image. No, it's not image, it's only Firebase vision.get instance. Here we are creating that object of this, and then we are using on device text recognizer. This is what we are making, actually, a text recognition. Then I'll have to process the image. It is also a common thing in machine learning. If you are working on images, then you have to process the image, and if it result in success, then I have to add on success listener. Also I have to give the parameters. Take care about these braces here. If you I have to give that Firebase vision image vision text. Okay, I have to delete these extra braces and work on this. Take care about the braces. This is only the possible error you will be able to face. So here I am going to use the lambda functions, and now everything is okay, and I have to add that add-on failure listener, and I have to give the value for the parameter on failure. If it is result in failure, then what will happen? Here I'm gonna print something, kind of warning type of thing on failure, and somewhat kind of toast. I'm gonna use this. So here I'm making another custom function for showing the toast. Don't worry about it. Okay, something went wrong. Something went wrong. Also okay. So now it is set. Also check out. Okay. Remove this extra space. Yeah. Now make another function for this. That is process text and show toast. We have to make these functions also. So here I'm making that process text firstly. So here this is text that is coming from the Firebase vision text. Now it's body. In the body I have to give that variable for the blocks, and getting the size of this text, at how many letters it is containing, and checking it for the size, and then able to print the thing that the text is empty or not. If it's 0, then I'll make that text appear for this, not text found, and so it as a toast. And if there is something in that text block, then I'm gonna print it. That is a result. That is what we are getting in the result text view. So I'm gonna use get text, and it is okay. And then I'm gonna set this in the text view. Dot text size is 16F. Okay, now I'm gonna set this. In the previous line I've set the inner size of the text that will appear. I have to set text. Okay, now remove this extra space. Now the last function is showToast. I have to make that function too. So here I'm making that function showToast private and then showToast. Okay, and then pass this message as a string. This data type is string, not message, so I have to remove this message and type that string. Yes, I have to give the body of this function to toast.meTest and paste context and then message that we are going to print, and then we are using length of this message of short, then show. Okay, here one error is there. I have to check where it is. Okay, click on that red line on the left side. Okay, so super call is missing, so click on that red bulb and add super call. Okay, now there is no error, perfectly fine. Click on the run. Now I'm going to run this project. Okay, it is installed. Here I am clicking the picture. I clicked Python, then click on OK, then detect. It will show the Python. Okay, thank you.